Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of the ElevatemindAi Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Michael. We're so excited to have you join us today as we dive into our first topic, goal setting and achievement. This is such a fundamental aspect of personal growth, right, Sarah?
Absolutely, Michael. Goals give us direction, purpose, and a roadmap for our lives. Whether it's personal, professional, or something in between, having clear goals is crucial.
Totally agree. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is a goal?
A goal is essentially a desired outcome that a person envisions, plans, and commits to achieving. It could be something short-term like finishing a book or long-term like running a marathon.
Right. And setting goals can sometimes feel overwhelming. But today we're going to break down some techniques to make it a lot easier. One of the most popular methods is the SMART criteria.
Yes, SMART goals are fantastic. For those who might not be familiar, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break that down a bit.
Sure. Starting with specific. Your goal should be clear and specific so you know exactly what you're aiming for. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, you might say, I want to run a 5K race.
Exactly. Measurable means you need a way to track your progress. If your goal is to run a 5K, you might measure your progress by tracking the distance you run each week.
Then we have achievable. Your goal should be realistic and attainable. If you've never run before, starting with a 5K makes more sense than aiming for a marathon right away.
Definitely. And relevant, your goal should align with your broader life objectives. If running a 5K aligns with your overall fitness and health goals, it's relevant.
Finally, time-bound means setting a deadline. This creates a sense of urgency and helps keep you focused. So instead of just saying, I want to run a 5K, you'd say, I want to run a 5K in 3 months.
That's a great overview of SMART goals, Michael. Now, once we have our SMART goals set, the next step is developing a plan to achieve them.
Absolutely. One technique I like is breaking the goal into smaller, manageable tasks. It makes the goal less daunting and allows you to celebrate small wins along the way.
I love that approach. It's so important to recognize and celebrate progress. It keeps you motivated and builds momentum. What about you? Do you have any favorite techniques for staying on track with goals?
I do, actually. I'm a big fan of accountability. Whether it's a friend, family member, or even a coach, having someone to check in with can make a huge difference.
That's a great point. Accountability partners can provide encouragement, support, and a little extra push when needed. Another technique is visualization, imagining the end result and how achieving the goal will feel. It's a powerful motivator.
Yes, visualization is powerful. It helps you stay connected to the why behind your goal. Speaking of why, understanding your reasons for setting a goal is crucial. It gives you purpose and determination.
Absolutely. When you have a strong why, it's easier to stay committed, even when things get tough. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about common obstacles people face when setting and achieving goals.
Sure. One major obstacle is procrastination. It's easy to put things off, especially if the goal seems overwhelming. Any tips on tackling procrastination, Sarah?
One effective method is the Pomodoro technique. You work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 sessions, you take a longer break. It makes the task more manageable and helps maintain focus.
I've used the Pomodoro technique myself and found it very helpful. Another common obstacle is fear of failure. Many people don't set goals because they're afraid they won't achieve them.
Fear of failure can be paralyzing. One way to overcome it is to reframe failure as a learning opportunity. Every setback is a chance to learn and grow.
Exactly. And it's important to be kind to yourself. Progress isn't always linear, and that's okay. Let's also talk about the importance of flexibility. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, things don't go as planned.
That's so true. Being flexible allows you to adapt and adjust your goals as needed. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes we need to pivot. That doesn't mean we've failed, it means we're resilient.
Well said, Sarah. Flexibility is key to maintaining long-term commitment to our goals. As we wrap up, let's recap some key points.
Great idea. We discussed the SMART criteria for setting effective goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
We also talked about breaking goals into smaller tasks, the importance of accountability, and using visualization to stay motivated.
And we addressed common obstacles like procrastination and fear of failure, and the importance of flexibility.
This has been such a valuable conversation. I hope our listeners found it helpful and are inspired to set and achieve their own goals.
Me too. Thanks for joining us on our first episode of the ElevatemindAi Podcast. We'll be back soon with more tips and insights to help you elevate your mind and achieve your dreams.
Don't forget to follow and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear your feedback. Until next time, keep reaching for your goals.
Bye, everyone.